This is my hand. Whoops, got a minute back. This is my hand. It belongs to me. It's a part of my body. It's a part of my arm. These fingers belong to one another, and they need to do things together. But sometimes there's one in the crowd that wants to go the other way and do his own thing, and that's my little finger. But even worse than that, 6 months ago, this little guy was in a lockdown position. He was really depressed. He was not talking to anybody. I could not even lift him up if I tried to force him up. And so 6 months ago, I went to an orthopedic surgeon, and the surgeon looked at it and he said, that's the worst case of Dupuytren syndrome I've ever seen. He hadn't seen my other hand. 7 years ago, I had this hand worked on. And look at that little guy. He stands out there all by himself, not wanting to join the team. Anyway, I had surgery. They opened my hand up from here all the way to the tip of the little finger, and then they did a 3-inch open right along parallel to it. The surgeon had to go in there and remove growths that were on my tendons. It's a hereditary thing. My dad had it when he was alive. My sister still has it, and I had it on this hand 7 years ago. He had to clean all the gunk out of there, and he had to kind of cleanse it, and then he sewed it all up, and I was able to open up my hand. But look at that little guy. He still wants to be alone. He doesn't really feel like he's a part of the group, a part of the team. He doesn't really feel a sense of unity because he wants to go his own way. And this guy does the same thing after 7 years. And that's what the church needs to take a look at. We're going to take a look at it this morning. Sermon is about unity. And there is no community without unity. And so we're going to take a look at unity in the sermon. And you can keep my hands as evidence that these guys, I've even tried to tie them over, wrap them, and force them together so they'd be together as a family. But the little ones want to go their own way. And so it's kind of awkward. Before it was fixed, I had trouble with gloves. I couldn't put a glove on in the winter. I couldn't reach into this pocket to get the car keys because this little guy was obstinate. He was stubborn, and he didn't want unity in this little community.